Welcome to Circuit Masterclass. In this video, we will derive the inductance of a transposed three-phase transmission line and obtain the final practical equation used in power system calculations. Let us derive the inductance of a three-phase transmission line. Consider a single circuit three-phase transmission line having three conductors, namely A, B, and C. Also, we shall mark the position of the conductors as 1, 2, and 3. Let the distance from position 1 to 2 be d12. Again, the distance from position 2 to 1 be d21. Similarly, the distance from positions 2 to 3 be d23. And again, the distance from position 3 to 2 be d32. The distance from positions 1 to 3 be d13. Obviously, the distance from positions 3 to 1 be d31. Since distance is independent of direction, d12 equals d21, d23 equals d32, and d31 equals d13. Let the radius of each conductor be small r. For inductance calculations, we use the effective conductor radius. This is given by r dash equal to 0.7788 times r. Now, assume that the three conductors carry balanced three-phase currents I1, I2, and I3. Since the system is balanced, the sum of the three-phase currents is 0. Therefore, I1 plus I2 plus I3 equals 0. Now, let us find the flux linkage of conductor A. The flux linkage of conductor A is produced by its own current I1 and also by the currents flowing through conductors B and C. Therefore, the flux linkage of conductor A can be written as 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by the quantity I1 natural logarithm of 1 by r dash plus I2 natural logarithm of 1 by d12 plus I3 natural logarithm of 1 by d13. In practice, transmission lines are transposed to ensure that each phase occupies every physical position for an equal length of the line. Let the transmission line be divided into three equal sections. In the first section, conductor A occupies the first position, that is, position 1. In the second section, conductor A occupies the second position, that is, position 2. In the third section, conductor A occupies the third position, that is, position 3. Accordingly, the flux linkage expressions for the three sections can be written separately. Let us first consider section 1 of the transposed transmission line. In this section, conductor A occupies the top position, conductor B occupies the middle position, and conductor C occupies the bottom position. Therefore, the distance between conductor A and conductor B is d12, and the distance between conductor A and conductor C is d13. As a result, the flux linkage of conductor A due to its own current and the currents in the other two conductors can be written as lambda A1 is equal to 2 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by the quantity I1 logarithm of 1 by r dash plus I2 logarithm of 1 by d12 plus I3 logarithm of 1 by d13. This expression represents the flux linkage of conductor A in section 1. Now let us move to section 2. After the first transposition, conductor A shifts to the middle position, conductor C occupies the top position, and conductor B occupies the bottom position. Because the physical position of conductor A has changed, the distances between conductor A and the other two conductors also change. The distance between conductor A and conductor B now becomes d23. While the distance between conductor A and conductor C becomes d21. Therefore, the flux linkage of conductor A in section 2 can be expressed as lambda A2 is equal to 2 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by the quantity I1 logarithm of 1 by r dash plus I2 logarithm of 1 by d23 plus I3 logarithm of 1 by d21. This is the flux linkage expression for conductor A in section 2. Next, let us consider section 3. After the second transposition, conductor A moves to the bottom position, conductor B occupies the top position, and conductor C occupies the middle position. Once again, the distances between conductor A and the other conductors change according to its new position. The distance between conductor A and conductor B is now D31, and the distance between conductor A and conductor C is D32. Therefore, the flux linkage of conductor A in section 3 is given by lambda A3 is equal to 2 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by the quantity I1 logarithm of 1 by R dash plus I2 logarithm of 1 by D31 plus I3 logarithm of 1 by D32. This expression represents the flux linkage of conductor A in section 3. Since each conductor occupies all three physical positions for an equal length of the transmission line, the overall flux linkage of conductor A is obtained by taking the average of the flux linkages of sections 1, 2, and 3. The average flux linkage of conductor A over the complete transposed line is equal to the sum of the three flux linkages divided by 3. That means it is equal to lambda A1 plus lambda A2 plus lambda A3 divided by 3. Let us now simplify this expression and derive the final inductance equation. After substituting the expressions and simplifying, the average flux linkage becomes 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by the quantity I1 logarithm of 1 by R dash plus I2 logarithm of 1 divided by the cube root of D12 multiplied by D23 multiplied by D31 plus I3 logarithm of 1 divided by the cube root of D13 multiplied by D21 multiplied by D32. Now, let us define a new quantity called the equivalent spacing or geometric mean distance, abbreviated as GMD. D equivalent is equal to the cube root of D12 multiplied by D23 multiplied by D31. This is also equal to the cube root of D13 multiplied by D21 multiplied by D32. This is because D12 equals D21, D23 equals D32, and D31 equals D13. Substituting D equivalent into the flux linkage expression gives lambda A equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 7, multiplied by the quantity I1 logarithm of 1 by R dash plus I2 logarithm of 1 by D equivalent plus I3 logarithm of 1 by D equivalent. Combining the last two terms, we obtain 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by the quantity I1 logarithm of 1 by R dash plus the quantity I2 plus I3 multiplied by logarithm of 1 by D equivalent. Since I1 plus I2 plus I3 equals 0, we have I2 plus I3 equals minus I1. Substituting this relation, the flux linkage becomes 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by I1 multiplied by the quantity logarithm of 1 by R dash minus logarithm of 1 by D equivalent. Using the logarithmic identity, logarithm of A minus logarithm of B equals logarithm of A divided by B, we get flux linkage equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by I1 multiplied by logarithm of D equivalent divided by R dash. Now, inductance is defined as flux linkage divided by current. Therefore, the inductance per phase is L suffix A equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by logarithm of D equivalent divided by R dash Henry per meter. This is the general expression for the inductance of a transposed three-phase transmission line. Now consider a special case where the conductors are arranged vertically with equal spacing h. In this arrangement, D12 and D21 equals h, D23 and D32 equals h, similarly, D31 and D13 equals 2h. Therefore, D equivalent becomes the cube root of 2h cubed, which simplifies to cube root of 2 multiplied by h. Substituting this value into the inductance equation gives L suffix A equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by logarithm of cube root of 2 multiplied by h divided by 0.7788 R. Further simplification gives L suffix A equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 multiplied by logarithm of 1.6177 multiplied by h divided by R Henry per meter. Obviously, This is also the final expression for the inductance per conductor of a transposed three-phase transmission line with vertical conductor spacing. This is because here every conductor occupies every position with equal interval. Thank you for watching. In the next session, we will use this equation to calculate the inductance of practical EHV transmission lines.